Hello everyone! Hi. Welcome to today's big end of September happy hour. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I am Louisa. I have the wonderful Matthias by my side. Say something, Matthias.
Hello.
Perfect. So well trained.
Yep.
such a like we've got it down. Hi everyone. We have a massive live stream and a massive live sale for you today. Because we're celebrating the end of the month, we've got something extra special, and that is we have 40% off on our selection regardless of how much you shop. But as a little thank you for sticking around with us, for hanging out with us, we've also got Happy 50, which will give you 50% off on our selection if you shop for more than $150 or equivalent in your currency. So you get an extra little boost today, an extra little deal of 50% off our selection. So it's the 20 yarns that we have for you if you shop for $150 or more. So the way it works is simply whichever applies to you. If you're below the threshold of $150 or equivalent in your currency, you just apply code HAPPY40 and every yarn in our selection is going to get 40% deducted from the base price. If you do reach $150 in your cart, you can instantly use code HAPPY50 and all the yarns in our selection will become 50% off. That 50% off applies on the base price, not on the bulk discount, so it replaces the bulk discount for a little bit of extra savings in case you want to treat yourself to something nice at the end of the month, in case you want to get crafting with your fall crafts. Now's the time to do it. So it replaces the bulk discount. It does not stack on top of it. As we learned last week, impossible to do.
Yep.
Now we know.
Good to know.
So.
Yeah.
Shiloh's already quite excited because I did listen to your request. I did say I was going to do it if I could, and I could. So we have 20 yarns in total, which means that I'm going to have to kind of hurry through some of them. But we've got a lot of really nice things to look at. We've got loads of awesome yarns, 2 brand new yarns that we've not had on live shopping ever before, as well as a lot of fun and inspiration. So you're in for a treat. In addition to the discounts, we are going to have a ton of giveaways.
Yeah,
Matt,
yeah.
how many giveaways in total do we have today?
It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be 9.
It's going to be 9
Yeah.
giveaways in total. We are going to be giving away 3 gift cards, each worth $25. We are going to give away 5 extra little golden tickets, which are one-time discounts of 15% on everything on the website. So it's a 15% on whatever you would like. It's a one-time use code, and we're giving away 5 of those, and we're giving away a little yarn prize that we're going to assemble throughout the stream, featuring some of my favorites from today's selection. So it's a really nice combo, 9 giveaways in total. For each of the giveaways, I will make sure to let you know what it is that you're supposed to be doing to participate as it draws closer. So do not worry, you are not going to miss out on how to do it. Katrina is saying 9! Yes, it's 9 in total, which does mean I'm going to need to sort of stick to the script so we get through all of them and actually, you know, get them to you as quick as we can. The very, very first one, actually, is going to be one where I will... Did you find him? Okay. Matt was looking for stuff. I was like, yes, it's right there. The very, very first one is actually going to be picked amongst all of you who participated on our group. We do have a live streaming Facebook group. It's called the Hobbii live streaming community, which is a very lovely, close, friendly, supportive community of you and us, where we talk about the things that happen on our lives. We sometimes post a few little extra bits. I know I was quite quiet on there in the last few days. I apologize. I was a bit under the weather, and so I took a little break. Well, I took a little break. I called it sick, is what I did. But normally I try to also post in that group. And for the last few weeks, I have been asking everyone to post pictures of their makes as well as their stash in the group for a chance to win a gift card. And I've been collecting the names of everyone who does, and I've made a little slideshow of some of the makes, and we're going to draw a winner from this basket in a few minutes. So this is how it's going to work. So this is what has been posted on the group this week. It's a small selection. There were many, many, many more of you who participated, but just for brevity's sake, we kind of need to limit it a little bit in what we can show on the live stream. But here are some of the projects, and overall I got the feeling this week that fall is approaching, because more and more of the projects were either in fall colors or there were a lot of sweaters and socks, so it was definitely moving in a clear sort of fall direction. So this is what everyone's been up to on our live streaming group. Like I said, it's called the Hobbii live streaming community, and you are all very, very welcome to join. I try to make sure that every day I go through and admit new members that have asked to be admitted. So that is how it works, and we can see loads of you have been up to a lot of very lovely cozy projects. Letty is saying, I'm working on 2, but I'm using different yarn. That's why I haven't posted. You are very welcome to post, even if it's not a Hobbii yarn. It is supposed to be a very just uplifting community where we celebrate our creativity. So do not feel like you can't post if it's not a Hobbii pattern or if it's not a Hobbii yarn. You are more than welcome to post whatever it is you're working on, even if it's not anything related to Hobbii specifically. Marjorie saying the year's going by so fast. It is indeed, but I must say I do kind of look forward to fall now, especially looking through everyone's makes. I got quite excited about the sort of sweater season coming up. This sweater by Rachel I saw and immediately thought, oh, those colors. That's a fall sweater if I have ever seen one. It is so, so lovely.
You're saying that fall is coming up. We are 1 month into it.
That depends on your definition of fall.
Fair enough.
By my definition, we're 9 days into it.
Okay. I mean, it's been colder. It's
gotten quite cold. The last 2 weeks have been significantly cooler. I now sleep with an extra duvet. Like, I now have, like, got like a little bit of extra warmth now. But this is what everyone in the group's been up to, and it is time for us to find our first giveaway winner. So everyone's names that is posted have gone into this, and because I'm never 100% sure if I've accidentally maybe not seen something, or if I've seen something that was the week before but maybe didn't include it, there's also a few names up here of people who posted in the last 2 weeks, so don't be crocked. So let's see who our winner is today. Am I holding? Yeah. I'm holding multiples. Okay, now I'm holding one. And our winner is Leanne Sense. I hope I didn't cut off your name, Leanne, but this is how it is written. Leanne.
Makes sense to me.
Congratulations, Leanne. You are our first winner today. You can look forward to receiving a gift card worth $25. What you have to do to get that prize is simply send us an email to live@hobbii.com, Leanne, and we are going to go through that inbox at the end of the week and send everyone their prizes. So Leanne, congratulations, you are winner number 1, and thank you to all of you who participated this week and in the past few weeks, and keep uploading what you've made, keep using the hashtag HobbieLive on our little live streaming group, and share the positivity and creativity. So thank you, everyone. We do have two more $25 gift cards to give away. We also have 5 golden tickets, and we've got a little yarn prize. So there's still loads of chances for you all to win an amazing prize today. Putting the basket down. But now, let's get into some yarns. The first 2 yarns that I have for you today are actually brand new. We've never had them on live shopping before. I have featured them on quiz time when I took over when Matt was on vacation, but I figured they also deserve to shine on live shopping, and you guys deserve to see them. So the first 2 yarns I have for you today is Stevie Doodle and our new boucle yarn. And Erica saying, if I didn't like the post, does that mean I got missed? No, Erica, I distinctly remember seeing your post and adding you to the list. I do try to like every post when I note down the name. I'll be very honest. I probably like every 5th post because I go through, I write down the name, and after 5 names I go, no, I was supposed to like them. And then I go back and like, but sometimes I miss some. But no, I do distinctly remember your name, Erica. So you were definitely in the basket. But I will try to get better at liking every post once I've put the name in, just for your sake as well, for your peace of mind, because yeah, I can only put so many in the slideshow, so making sure that no one gets missed. Yarn. Which shall I do first? Shall I do Stevie Doodle or Boucle?
I like Stevie Doodle.
Then let's talk about Stevie Doodle.
It's a very fun name.
Stevie Doodle is a very, very fun name. So this is what Stevie Doodle looks like. In case you're wondering, we do not have the close-up cam today because that is on a special mission with Jaya, who is on a little field trip with it, basically. Yeah. So I'm going to have to show close-ups kind of the old-fashioned way by pointing at this camera. Stevie Doodle, we did feature it on Quiz Time a while ago. Stevie Doodle is essentially an eyelash yarn. But the lashes, so to speak, are super curly. So at first glance, you may look at this and think this is a boucle yarn. It is not. It is an eyelash yarn with that super curly texture. And it does essentially have a right and a wrong side, because as you work with it, you will have the thread and then you'll have the fiber sticking out.
It's a little bit like Peacock.
It is. Yeah, well, Peacock kind of is an eyelash yarn as well in that regard. So Peacock, not in today's selection, but just similar concept. You have the thread and you have the fiber sticking out. We have also soft lash, which is similar, but Stevie Doodle is special because it's so curly. It's made from 100% polyester, and the fibers literally make it look like the coat of a golden doodle, which is where the name comes from. So Stevie Doodle is actually named after the pet of one of our colleagues, who is a golden doodle. The dog is a golden doodle, not the colleague. So one of our colleagues has a golden doodle named Stevie, and when they first looked at this yarn, one of them said, well, this looks exactly like Stevie, and so the name Stevie Doodle was born. And if you look at the different color names for this yarn, you will see that all of the colors have names. And those names are actually pets from our colleagues. So number 2 is Simba. I talked about this on the quiz as well. Simba was, he's sadly no longer with us, the dog of one of my colleagues who I very, very much loved. He was a very, very cute little guy. Aww. And he was almost this exact color. But there's also more names. There's Hannah, there's Hugo, there's Otto. There's
Otto is our resident dog here at the office.
Yeah, Otto is one of our resident dogs. Simba was the other, but then he's no longer there. There's a lot of super, super cute names and a lot of super cute yarns. Because it is kind of a fake boucle yarn, it still gives you that really, really curly, really wavy texture. And I love people talking about pet names. Yeah, you get 35 meters or 38 yards on one of these skeins, and it is a fairly bulky yarn with a recommended hook or needle size of 6 to 7 millimeters. You can machine wash this at 30 degrees, and you can use this to make super cute clothes or, of course, a super cute dog sweater. We do have patterns for this. They're all plus patterns currently, but you could use this for anything from clothing to, like I said, a little pet sweater, or also we have this pattern for a little clutch as well. So this is Stevie Doodle, yarn number 1, and you can get it with our live shopping discount today, so you can get it at 40% off with code HAPPY40, or if you're placing a big order that's above $150, you can use code HAPPY50 for 50% off. So if you want to try this out, then now is a great time to do so.
It is really funny to see your little, because you're doing your movements towards the second camera sometimes.
Yeah. You know? I'm kind of like, I kind of try to go, oh, and then I remember, no, I can't. I have to show everything here. Oh, Katrina just said my kittens are Linus and Lucy. Oh.
Good names.
Yes. Yeah. I want a cat so bad. I'm kind of in the process of figuring out if I can get a cat.
You can, and you shall believe.
Yeah, just, with like my work hours and stuff, I sometimes feel like maybe, I don't know. I would love to. So like I said, Stevie Doodle is essentially a fake boucle yarn, or gives you that kind of look without actually being a boucle yarn. However, at the same time, we also launched a boucle yarn. It is very creatively called boucle. It's a 60% alpaca, 40% wool blend, and it has that classic boucle texture. So boucle, this kind of wavy texture, is achieved by, in the process of making the thread, essentially having different tensions on the different plies that you're using. And so one of them is going to curl up while the other one stays straight, and you get this curly, whirly texture. So this is what a real boucle yarn looks like. And this is a really, really nice blend. It is, I think, it's hard to describe this because I think it is very, very pleasant to touch, but it isn't super, super soft. So it does still definitely have the kind of woolly texture to it. You get 80 meters or 87 yards on one of these. It's also medium yarn, as you can see, and has a recommended hook or needle size of 4.5 to 5.5 millimeters. So this is the real boucle yarn. Can you maybe show the colors real quick? Oh, and I can see Yael is asking if it is possible to combine codes with Happy 40 and Happy 50. Sadly, our checkout can only handle one code at a time, whether that is a discount or a gift card. So it is not possible to combine gift cards with our discount. I'm gonna have to really quickly pull out a hair. That was bothering me. So this, Katrina says, one of the reviews says that boucle wasn't very soft. I find it very soft, but in a woolly way. So it isn't kind of, you know how, let's say, Sunbird has that really, really soft but also very smooth surface. This doesn't. This does have that kind of woolly little bit of resistance when you stroke it. I still think it's quite soft, but it depends, I think, also on what you're expecting. It definitely feels like a wool blend. I hope that helps. It's a little bit, yeah, it's always a little bit hard to say because I'm also someone who's not sensitive at all. So whenever I get asked if a yarn is itchy, my response is no. But then I realize, yeah, but it might be to someone else. So this is boucle, also brand new, and also 40% off with code HAPPY40 today, or code HAPPY50 if you're shopping for a bigger order today. Jenny is saying, I feel like my hook would get stuck in the yarn. That is definitely one of the kind of struggles when working with yarns like this, that it can be a little bit harder to kind of get the texture. But I think every yarn has its challenges, right? So but I do know what you mean. Someone says the first yarn was also boucle. So Stevie Doodle is like a fake boucle. It's not a real boucle yarn because it's essentially an eyelash yarn that's just curled. So this is Stevie Doodle, and then in comparison here is the real boucle, which is this. So you do see that there is a difference in the texture. However, when they're both worked up, I sadly don't have any swatches here with me today, but when they're both worked up, they do have kind of a similar surface. So I would say this pretends to be a boucle. This is, in fact, a boucle yarn.
Luisa, we have a very big question. Clarissa asks, great deals today?
Yes.
Yeah?
Well, we've got 40% off on our selection if you use code HAPPY40, but if you're placing a bigger order and your order total surpasses $150, then you can save 50% on our selection. So you can treat yourself to even more yarn and grab a lot of really, really lovely yarns. And I did listen to a lot of you and try to include as many favorites as I could. We also have a total of 9 giveaways today. And for the first one, I think it's actually a good idea, Matt. Do we have an empty basket somewhere?
I can find one.
Okay, because at the very end we are going to have a yarn basket going to one lucky winner out of you. So I do think that because these are brand new, it would make sense to put maybe 4 skeins of Stevie Doodle and 4 of Boucle into the card.
Yeah.
So for Stevie Doodle, I want 2 Simba because I loved him and he was very sweet.
4 of those?
2.
2. Okay.
And then I would say let's do 2 of the Lulu as well.
The Lulu?
Because my name is Louisa and I like that the yarn has a similar name to me.
Yeah.
So it's 4 of that. And then for the Boucle, I would say let's do color 17. 2 of that.
17. Okay. That's this one.
It's a beautiful tea green because I love green. So this is not a... And then let's do 2... Oh yeah, 15. That was a good call, Matt.
15, yeah.
Yes, of the beautiful aqua. So there's now 8 skeins in total already in the basket. 4 of Boucle and 4 of Stevie Doodle. Since they are brand new yarns, I figured whoever wins the basket should get a little sneak peek of some of our newer additions.
What a start.
What a way to start.
Yeah.
We also have a few more giveaways today, and the next one is happening right now. We are giving away our first golden ticket of the night. What is a golden ticket, some of you may ask? That is a very good question. A golden ticket is a one-time code for 15% off on everything on the website. So it's 15%. It applies on top of bulk discounts and on top of sale prices. So you can really treat yourself to something nice. It's a one-time code. And we call it a golden ticket. JR coined that name, and I really liked it.
It always reminds me of Michael Scott giving a golden ticket to that biggest buyer, and then they lost millions. That's a classic.
I just think of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Which, that would be hilarious. We should do a giveaway where we do a golden ticket and someone just actually gets to come visit our warehouse.
Yeah.
We promise there's going to be no horrible accidents. No one is going to turn into a massive skein of yarn or drown in a river of stitch markers. But I don't think that's something that we're going to be able to do realistically. But we do golden tickets occasionally, and it's 15% off. It's a one-time code for 15% off. So our next lucky winner can look forward to that. And all you have to do is just type hashtag giveaway in the chat once to be entered into the raffle. So hashtag giveaway in the chat, just the way it's spelled above me right here. And then you can be a lucky winner.
This golden ticket, it doesn't stack with these codes, of course.
No, it does not stack with, well, our checkout only takes 1 code at a time, but it will give you 15% off on anything you would like from the website. It's a one-time code, so.
Okay.
And let's see who the lucky winner is going to be. Marta says, I would love to visit the warehouse. That would be amazing. I think that would be amazing as well. I've actually only been once, and that was 2-3 years ago. It was before they did a lot of big changes. So I would love to see what our warehouse looks like now. And we've got our second winner, and it is Debbie Pearl. Debbie Pearl, congratulations. You are winner number 2. You are the first lucky winner of a golden ticket. That means you are going to receive a code that gives you 15% off on anything you would like from the website. All you have to do, Debbie, is send us an email to live@hobbii.com. Debbie Pearl, please email us to live@hobbii.com to get yourself your golden ticket. We are going to have 4 more of those golden tickets throughout the show. We're also going to do 2 more gift cards. And of course, we've got the yarn basket. And I think we need to talk about some more yarns so that we can then also fill the basket. We've got the entire Sultan family now. So we've got Sultan, Pastello, and Sultan Shadow. All 3 of these, are beautiful 100% cotton cakes. They all have a beautiful cake gradient and are made like so. So as you can see here, you get 4 individual little plies sitting next to each other. These are not twisted, meaning that you get a very, very light, very airy texture with a lot of little air pockets in between your thread. So where a 4-ply cotton thread that is very strongly twisted will give you a lot of structure, this will be a lot more flowy and give you a very beautiful flowy texture. Ooh, I can see Clarissa saying that she's just received her bingo prize. Amazing! I am very happy for you.
Who was the first winner? It was Leanne Sense.
Yes, Leanne Sense was our first winner today, and then we've just had Debbie Pearl as our second winner today. Leanne was drawn from everyone who posted a picture of their current make in the group, and Debbie was picked from the chat just now. Sultan Pastello, Sultan Shadow run for 875 yards or 800 meters. The recommended hook or needle size is a 3 to 4 millimeter, and they are machine washable at low to medium temperature. All of these are a fingering or sock weight, and work up beautifully for things like shawls, for things like dresses, clothing, and so forth. This is what the label looks like now. However, you may still receive some older skeins from older batches that look like this. It's the same yarn. We just gave the label a very cute little update.
Very nice, the new one.
Someone said they love the color I'm holding. This is color 46. That Matt is very slowly scrolling towards there.
Yeah, it's coming, it's coming.
I hope it's coming. Imagine if I'm holding a discontinued color.
Is.
There it is.
Yeah, it's called?
It's 46, so it's Appetite.
Huh. Do you have an appetite right now?
Not really, but I'm
not
just
hungry.
tired.
Yeah.
Kristen says, I don't understand the knot twisting. So this is genuinely to create a different type of texture with the thread. So cotton, if it's twisted quite strongly, can get a little bit harder and a little bit more structured. So beautiful as well, great for certain projects. But if you want something that is 100% cotton but is still very, very airy and floofy, then this is one great way to achieve that texture. It can make working with it a little bit more tricky because you are constantly in danger of dropping one of these plies and then just working with 3 and then having a loop sticking out, and you do not want that. One thing you can do to prevent that is just having a wooden bead between your cake and your project so that the strands are held together a little bit more, and that there's also a little counterweight. We do have 3 different options. So the Sultan Shadow is the ones that have the black, Sultan are just all the colorful ones, and then Sultan Pastello are the ones that Matt is showing right now, which have pastel colors with a light colored kind of gradient. The gradient in these is super soft. You always have one plate changing color after the other, so you get really, really nice shades from the outside to the inside or vice versa. And you've got the Easy Start tab, which makes it easy to find the center pole if you like to work from the center. I did pick out some gorgeous projects made by you guys from the user gallery that I thought we could take a look on to give you a very nice idea on what this yarn can look like when worked up. Because it's beautiful in the cake, but it is even more stunning when you look at the projects that people have made with them. I love this dress by Crystal, which has a extra strand with some sequins used as well, so a really lovely combination. And I saw that Shiloh in the group had posted about needing a lot of Sultan Shadow for her bridesmaids for her wedding, and so I promised that I would try to include it today when it's 50% off with code HAPPY50. But here are some finished projects where you can just see these yarns shine and see how lovely they look, especially with that gradient. So Sultan Pastello, and Sultan Shadow are all 40% off if you use our code HAPPY40, or 50% off if you're ordering for more than $150 and use code HAPPY50. If you're from the UK, it's £125, by the way. If you're from Europe, it's 150 euros. If you're from Denmark, I think it's 1,000 kroner. If you're from Sweden, it's 1,500. So it's always adjusted to whatever $150 is roughly in your currency. And so you can grab yourselves some lovely, lovely cake yarns with that.
Yeah.
I think for our giveaway basket, because Shiloh is such a big fan of Sultan Shadow, I feel like let's put one Sultan Shadow in there because it's also kind of with the fall colors and the fall vibe. Matt, which of these speaks to you the most?
Oh, I mean, fall vibes.
Yeah.
I think that one, the 11. Actually.
Number 11. Then we are putting one number 11 Salt and Shadow into our giveaway basket, in honor of Shiloh, who is the one who wanted this yarn on our stream so badly, and is hopefully making some gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous shawls for her wedding. I look forward to seeing more of your makes in the group. She's been posting updates quite frequently there if anyone wants to follow along. Right. With that, we are actually going to find another giveaway winner because we have loads to give away today. Right now, you are competing for a $25 gift card. So if you would like to receive a $25 gift card or equivalent in your currency if you're not from the US, type hashtag HobbieLive in the chat right now, hashtag HobbieLive, for your chance to grab a $25 or equivalent in your currency gift card. Get typing, typey type, hashtag HobbieLive. I'm not as good as Jaya at those giveaway songs, sadly.
You can become it.
I can. I could. Do you think so, Matt?
Well, if you put enough time into training.
Yeah.
No, okay, yeah, fair enough. I'm not trying to shoot down your dreams, Louisa.
Mary's asking if the 150 is including duties and tariffs and taxes. No, it's not. It's basket value. However, it then applies. It's a little bit. It's sometimes a little bit tricky because especially if you're following one of our links, it may already apply the code regardless. So it might also look like you have less in your cart, and then when you actually reapply the code, you'll see that you have already reached the 150, but it's exclusive of anything added on after. So it's yarn value, essentially, that's considered for the 150. Ryan is asking if I'm feeling like Oprah yet with all the giveaways. A little bit. No, but it was very fun to plan because I was kind of thinking of, ooh, what have we done in the past? What's really nice to do? And I like the combination of some gift cards and some golden tickets or coupons. I also always love a yarn basket because it gives me a chance to put together little yarn parcels that I would love to receive. I quite often actually look at the yarn basket as trying to make it in such a way that I would also be really excited to get it because, I mean, I want you to be excited about it. The best way to achieve that, I think, is to make sure that it's also stuff that I'd be really, really happy to receive. And we have our next winner, and it is Jennifer Grumble's fan. Jennifer, congratulations. You are winner number 3 today. You will receive a gift card worth 25 monies. Please send us an email to live@hobbii.com. And please, this goes to all of our winners. I should have said that in the beginning. Include where it is that you're shopping from so that we can make sure that the gift card works for you. Congratulations, Jennifer. And let's move on to our next yarns. The next yarn I have for you is one big favorite of mine, and it actually kind of goes together with the next one after that. This is Pearly Haze. Oh, Lotte said, I've just found out that the Dutch website of Hobbii has a different gallery as the com version of the website. Yes, actually every single store has its own user gallery. So if you feel like you've already looked through everything you can find on hobbii.com, you can just go to Hobbii UK or Hobbii DE or Hobbii FR for France and look through those user galleries because they are actually separate. I think that is something that our tech department would quite like to change. They would like to make it so that you can see everything everyone has posted, but for now they are actually separate. But that is actually a great hack if you want to see what else is out there. Just change the domain and you can look at some really cool other projects. Pearly Haze, which is the next yarn I have for you, is a blend of 73% viscose and 27% wool, and it is a blown yarn. So you have this viscose tube that has beautiful soft merino wool blown into it. The tube is always this creamy light color and always has a pearlescent shimmer. So on the lighter colors, it'll blend in really beautifully. On the darker colors, you get this beautiful melange color where yeah, the light pearlescent tube shines through, and then the darker colors give you a little bit of more depth to the color. You get 120 yards on one of these skeins. It is a medium weight yarn with a recommended hook or needle size of 5 to 6 roughly, and it works up like a dream. It is so soft and just beautiful to look at, and the colors just are absolutely gorgeous. We do recommend that you hand wash this yarn, and it can be used for anything from blankets to clothing to bags to super cute accessories. You could also use this to make maybe a little amigurumi. I could imagine if you are using maybe something like, if you're making something like a little amigurumi of a shell, you know, and then have the inside of it be actually this kind of pearlescent yarn for something like that. So it is a absolutely gorgeous yarn. Highly recommend. And I would say let's put 2 skeins into our basket.
Okay, which colors?
I feel like we've done some orange, we've done some like lighter colors. Let's maybe go for the yellow.
The yellow?
Yeah,
this one.
Like butter yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2 skeins of butter yellow going into our beautiful gift basket. I love that I'm throwing in colors that we don't have in the studio, so I'm just kind of keep putting more stuff.
We can't have it all here.
I can see Holly saying, I love Pearly Haze. And Jenny saying, I really missed the wishlist function. Is it ever coming back? From what I understand, there is a plan to reintroduce that feature in some way. I don't know if it's coming back exactly how it used to be or in a slightly different way. But I know that it's not gone forever. I know it's really annoying to have it gone, especially if you watch a stream like this and you maybe find a few new yarns that you hadn't really considered before and you want to just note them down in some way. So I do know that it's kind of like, yeah. What's the difference between Pearly Haze and Metallico? Emily asks. How about this? We have another giveaway to run, right? And while we run the giveaway, I'll describe the difference between the two.
Yeah, and then I can find one maybe as well.
Oh yeah, Matt can run and find us a Metallico, so I can talk about the difference.
There you go.
We are now giving away another golden ticket. So this is for a gift card, for a coupon of 15% off on the website. And to participate, you can just type hashtag giveaway in the chat. And while that runs, I will quickly explain a little bit about the difference between Pearly Haze and Metallico, because I do understand why, why you would ask that. So they are similar in that they are both made in a similar way. They're both made up.
I don't get.
I was holding out my hand like so. Basically, this is what was happening behind the camera. I was holding my hand like this because I could hear Matt coming, and he just decided to kind of throw the Metallico at it, which of course bounced off and fell way beyond.
It was too bouncy.
But here we go. Could you maybe actually get me a different Metallico as well, like a darker color one?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I will still show this, but just for reference. So, it is made in a similar way, in that this is Metallico now, also have a tube that has fibers blown into it.
Catch!
Key differences are, 1, the materials. So, Pearly Haze is viscose with merino wool, and Metallico is a polyamide and acrylic with a little bit of wool blend. Metallico overall, the tube is different colors. So here you can see it's golden, and here you can see it's this light rosé shimmer color, right? On the Pearly Haze, it always stays cream white, and what changes color is the fibers in it. Here, both the fibers and the tube change color. Overall, the Metallico is more of a metallic shimmer, where the Pearly Haze is more of a pearlescent shimmer. Metallico is another amazing yarn, not part of today's selection sadly, but another amazing yarn that you can use for this kind of shimmery effect. It's really weird not having the close-up cam, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But so, yeah, I would say those are kind of the key differences here. Is fiber content, and it is the type of shimmer, and it is the way that color and shimmer interplay. Those are the 3 big differences, I would say, between Pearly Haze and Metallico. Both of them fabulous yarns. Nicole is saying, I think Pearly Haze is a little less itchy as well. I do think that because this is just viscose and merino wool, it is one of our super, super soft yarns. And Metallico does have a little bit of more that woolly and acrylic color. We have found our winner for a beautiful golden ticket, and it is Virginia Marquez. Virginia, congratulations. You were winner number 4. Please send us an email to live@hobbii.com. Let us know that you've won, and please also include where it is that you shopped from. Congratulations! Kelso is asking, is Pearly Haze softer than Portobello? Yes, I would say 100%. I think we have few yarns that are softer or as soft as Pearly Haze, in my opinion. I think Divina is quite similar. And Debbie's asking, wonder if I enter again if I've won. You can. However, I do think in the sense, in the name of fairness, would we do double winners, or would we just do another round?
It hasn't happened before.
It's never happened before. So we'll you know, as they say, we'll burn that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah, very unlikely. Very unlikely.
But yes, you can technically enter as many times as you want. There's nothing banning you from it. It'll put us in an awkward spot when we then have to figure out what we're gonna do.
And the whole chat might riot against you.
No. I think most people are very like solidaric.
True.
What's the adjective?
Solidarity?
Yeah, but what's the adjective?
So it's
in German it's solidarisch.
I don't know.
Someone who's a native English speaker, please let me know what is the adjective that goes with solidarity. So like you are very
solidified.
Solid.
You're very solid.
No, Debbie, it was a very good question because I actually hadn't considered it until just this moment.
It hasn't happened before, yeah.
Yeah, we've not had it happen before, so we'll see. Let's go and continue with some more beautiful. Supportive, says Katrina. Yeah, but is supportive the same
as solidarity?
As solidarity. Probably, maybe. Who knows? Solidarity adjective.
Adjective, yeah. Solidaric?
Solidary and solidaric, but that is the AI overview. And remember how 2 weeks ago the AI summary convinced Matthias?
It does say on Oxford.
It convinced Matthias that Halloween was a Thursday this year.
Yep. And it was just not correct.
Yeah, I finally have plans for Halloween because you asked last time. My parents are coming to visit.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to hang out with my parents this year for Halloween, which is very nice. I've already mentioned it before. I'm going to now talk about our next yarn, which is Divina. And like I said, similar to Pearly Haze, I think these are amongst the softest yarns that we have. Divina is an alpaca blend. You've, again, got a tube that has yarn blown into it. In this case, the tube is made of polyamide, and then you have a blend of alpaca and wool fibers that are blown into it. In Divina, the tube is either a light kind of cream color or a darker color. So with Divina, the tube blends in a little bit more with the fiber color. It's still sometimes a little melange, so as you can see here, you can see the white tube peeking through. But where in Pearly Haze it always stays one color, in Divina you do get a little bit of adjustments for the darker colors. You get 150 meters or 164 yards on one of these. It is a medium size, so you're looking at a hook or needle size of 5 to 6 millimeters. And similar to Pearly Haze, I'm going to give you a big tip about working with this yarn. Just that if you're like me and you know you have a very high tension on your thread as you work it up, do yourself a favor and up your hook size before you get stuck, because it's happened to me a few times on this that I got stuck because my stitches got tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter because I had so much pull on my thread. And I got so frustrated that I think for the first year after I tried this yarn for the first time, I just refused to try again. I was like, yeah, Davina and me we're not a match made in heaven. And it took quite a while for me to get back on that Divina train. And now I love it, and I'm very happy I gave it another chance. But this is just my little tip. Jen is saying, I love Divina. I've made several infinity scarves with it. It is a lovely yarn. I completely agree, and it is beautiful. I have picked some patterns to give you some inspiration on what you can make with these yarns, and one of them we actually have right here for you, and it is the Marbre cardigan. It is this lovely knitted cardigan that I'm going to quickly put on. There you go. Oh, it's almost the season for this.
Just not down here with all
no,
the lights.
and I'm a bit sad about this because I've thought about this morning when I was getting dressed, because I was actually wearing a cardigan over this blouse, and I just kind of thought it's the perfect season to wear these cozy clothes now. And up in the office I'm fine, but I know when I come down here I'm gonna have to take off the layers because it's so hot. This is something that wasn't that bad in the old studio, I think.
Not as bad, no.
But this is the Marbre cardigan. Eleanor is asking if the 50% discount is only on yarn from our selection. Yes, it is on all the yarns in our selection, all 20 of them, but only on those yarns, not on anything else on the website. So here we got the Marbre cardigan. A beautiful, beautiful knit cardigan. Comes in 10 different sizes. It's an intermediate level pattern, and it is made in Divina. I'll quickly hold it up a little bit so you can see the stitches and just how beautiful this yarn is. It's the perfect blend of being really fuzzy and really cozy because of that, but it still has a really beautiful even structure to it and is fairly easy to work with once you get a hang of the needle size or hook size, playing well with your tension. So this is the Marbre cardigan made in Divina. And by the way, all of these patterns are linked on our landing page, and you should be getting a message to your inbox that links to that landing page. I know Matt has also linked it in the chat and in the video description, so you can find it there. And I've linked all the patterns there and many more. I've linked tons of patterns that we're not going to have time to look at today, just to give you a little bit of an idea on what you can do. And Debbie's asking if you can watch the stream back. Yes, this stream will remain on our YouTube and Facebook channel for 30 days after we're live. So if you want to watch this again tomorrow, you absolutely can. We do have one more cute Divina pattern, and this one is the L'amour veste. So the L'amour veste, l'amour as in love in français. Oui, oui. It's an intermediate knit pattern for this super cute little project with gorgeous little color work detail. It's the L'amour veste, which you can make in sizes small to large, and it's knitted in Divina. From here, we're moving to another gorgeous
A gorgeous?
No, I'm sorry. I saw a comment about someone being unable to check out. Okay, so... Sharon is having problems checking out. I hope this is a momentary issue and not a permanent problem, but I don't know how to help you right now. I just hope that it works, because I am unaware of any current issues we have with the checkout. So it should work. And Fernanda's asking if Happy 50 is valid in Europe. Yes, it is. It's valid on every store on our website. So you can grab as many yarns as you want from wherever you may be shopping from.
Just remember that it has to be from the selection that we have here tonight.
It is only valid on the selection, and it's valid for 24 hours. So it expires tomorrow, 5 p.m. CET, so around the time that we started this stream. The next yarn I have for you is another viscose yarn. This time it's a viscose cotton blend. So here you have a viscose tube and viscose fibers along with merino wool for super coziness. That was Pearly Haze. And here you have viscose and cotton blend in a much thinner thread to work on super cozy projects. This is Rainbow Bamboo. It is a fine or fingering sock weight yarn that, no, it's actually a sport weight yarn that you can use for gorgeous projects such as clothing. It's also amazing for things like accessories, a little runner, and you can use it for things like washcloths and makeup pads. And I've actually put, I think, a pattern on there for the Denstrup cotton pads, which I think is an amazing idea if you're already now looking for Christmas presents or similar little projects for the upcoming sort of gift giving season. So there you can check out the Danstrup cotton pad pattern. It's a crochet pattern, super beginner friendly. And the beautiful thing is because the viscose in this is made from bamboo cellulose, so you have bamboo fibers and cotton, both of which are really great on the skin, really, really comfortable, unlikely to cause irritation. Bamboo is also, I think, like antibacterial, so an amazing idea. You can also use it for other things like a washcloth or, of course, for clothing, because it drapes super nicely and works up very, very well. Hook or needle size is a 3.5 to 4.5, and you get 270 yards on one of these. Just be advised that I still have the old skeins here. This is no longer what they look like. They have now changed shape. They are now in the shape of actual little skeins of yarn. We just haven't gotten the new ones into the studio yet.
Same yarn though.
It is the same yarn. Melissa is asking, where do I order for the 40% off? So you just grab whichever yarns you want from the website. Anything that's in our selection, you just apply code HAPPY40 at checkout. So the 20 yarns in our selection you grab at checkout and you can get 40% off. You should also get a message to your inbox here on Facebook with a link to our landing page and our offers. If you do not get that message, it could be due to your privacy settings prohibiting us from messaging you, but Matt has also linked the website in the chat and also in the video description, so you can also check it out there. Even if it's not right now, if you can't find it right now, at the end of the stream you can go back, find the video on our timeline, and you'll find the link in the description at the very top. So
it seems to be an app issue right now, Louisa. App-specific issue here.
But Sharon said it was on the website.
Oh.
So, and someone else said I checked out no problem, so...
Yeah, fair.
I did pick one more beautiful pattern, which is the Topaz Shawl, which I think is a gorgeous, gorgeous project for everyone trying to get into a cute little lacy pattern. It's for adventurous beginners, and it is a beautiful knitting pattern. So that's the Topaz Shawl made in rainbow bamboo. That is another beautiful example what you can make with this. So this was rainbow bamboo. It's 40% off if you use our code HAPPY40, or 50% off if you use our code HAPPY50 on orders of $150 or more. And I do hope that any problems you may be encountering at checkout will will work themselves out. Fingers crossed. It could also be, if you're ordering large quantities, it could genuinely be that you're ordering something that our system thinks is no longer in stock. So maybe that could also be an issue, because I know we've had a handful of issues yesterday where some stuff was still in stock because we still had 2 skeins in the warehouse, but then someone ordered 4 skeins, which of course then doesn't work. So maybe it's also related to that, but I don't know. I can't really diagnose from afar, sadly. I can't diagnose at all because I don't know what it's supposed to look like either.
You ready for more joy?
This was our lovely rainbow bamboo, and from there we are moving on to another giveaway, and this is the final one where we'll be giving away a gift card worth $25 or equivalent in your currency. And so in order to win that $25 gift card, type hashtag Hobbii live in the chat, and hashtag Hobbii live in the chat is what you want to type to get your hands on a gift card worth $25. Tracy is saying, will the whole selection be in one place? Yes, it is on our landing page, which is linked in the chat, in the video description. And if you've commented, you should get a little message to your inbox in a few minutes with all these offers linked. Again, it may be, if you have fairly strict privacy settings, which is absolutely okay and more than understandable, then you can still find it linked in the video description and in the chat. yes. Because it can sometimes happen that you can't get messages because Hobbii is a company account essentially, and of course Facebook kind of wants to avoid that companies just randomly spam people, which I think is a good thing, honestly. But it does make it a little bit harder sometimes to send you the deals that you would like if you want to check them out. And yeah, Happy 40 and Happy 50 are both valid until tomorrow, 5 p.m. CET. That is 5 p.m. Central European time, which is the Copenhagen time zone. Around the time that we started the stream, just tomorrow. We are now finding our 5th winner of the night. We have 4 more giveaways after that, and loads more goodies to give away.
Plus a basket that we're still building.
Well, that is part of the 4 giveaways, but yeah. Yes, we do. You are correct.
So if you're just tuning in, we have a
if you're just tuning in, there's still a yarn basket up for grabs, as well as some golden tickets, and who knows what else we'll come up with. And Barrett is saying, but we can go to the country-specific page, search for today's yarn, and apply the code. Yes, you can. The landing page also exists for Denmark and Sweden. It does not exist for some of our smaller markets. I am very sorry about that. It's just it takes a lot of time to build it, and I don't know how many people are actually shopping from there. We have another winner, and it's Holly Collender. Congratulations, you are winner number 5 of today. Woo-hoo. You will receive a gift card with 25 monies, and all you've got to do is send us an email to live@hobbii.com and include which country it is that you are shopping from, so we can get that to you. To all the winners, we usually go through the inbox on Thursdays or Fridays, so don't get stressed if we don't reply immediately. It is our sort of end of the week task to make sure that everyone has time to contact us, including everyone who won quiz time, because it's a lot easier to do everyone at once rather than, just checking at random times. And yes, it is also valid in Norway. We do not have the landing page in Norwegian, sadly. I'm very sorry for that. But yes, the codes are valid for Norway as well. And with that, we are going to move on to our next bundle of yarns, and it is a beautiful one. So what we've got now is loads of softness. We have an entire chenille explosion coming up, because what we have now is toucan sprinkle, and toucan fine. Toucan sprinkle, toucan fine are chenille yarns made out of 100% polyester. They are all made up of a super thin strand of yarn that then has these fibers worked through it and sticking out in all directions, giving it the classic chenille look and texture. So you get these classic super soft yarns. Chenille being French for caterpillar, because, well, looks a little bit like a caterpillar to me. And you can use these for anything you want to make. Super cozy, super fuzzy. They are predominantly, I think, made for amigurumi or little plushies. However, you can use them to make clothing. You can use them to make blankets. You can use them to make pillowcases. You could use them to make a super cute, super soft bag. You could make a super soft laptop sleeve out of these. You could turn them into literally anything you would like. They're machine washable at medium temperature, and they are, well, toucan and toucan sprinkle are bulky yarns with a recommended hook or needle size in the realm between 6 to 9 millimeters. This really depends on the type of project you're making. For things like an amigurumi, size down, I would go as low as a 5 millimeter probably, to make sure that my stitches are tight enough so that any filling doesn't pop out. However, if you're making something like clothing, for instance, or if you want to make maybe a little play mat or something out of that you want to have a little bit more flow or flowiness to it, then size up your hook or needle size and instead go anywhere in the realm of a 9 or a 10. I did mention not that long ago on a stream that I made some really cute dinosaur vests last year for my goddaughter and her sister. I sadly don't have any photos that don't also have the kids in them. I will ask their mom if maybe she can send me some. And I used a 10 millimeter hook for that, and I used this shade of toucan for the body, and then I used this one and 2 others to make little spikes on the back, and it has turned out super, super adorable. So Toucan comes in a really great range of colors, and then we have Toucan Sprinkle, which is the same base color yarn, but then it comes with these sprinkles. It does have a really, really, I think, distinct and special look. So as you can see, the little flecks of sprinkle color are actually worked into the yarn already. So unlike, for instance, our Honey Bunny candy, which has these little nubs that are just a strand wrapped around it, here they are actually kind of already part of the yarn in production. And you get these little flecks of bright pink, which I think is a really, really cool and really special effect. Matt's pulling up some pictures of swatches as well to give you a better idea on what it looks like. Toucan is my personal favorite out of all of our chenille yarns. It is a little bit more firm than Honey Bunny and Baby Snuggle. It is a little less soft in the sense of squishy. It is still incredibly soft, but I think it squishes up a little bit less than the other two, and it is my personal favorite to work with. I really, really enjoy it. We then have Toucan Fine, which is the finer version of Toucan. So I'm just going to hold 2 of them up side by side to give you an idea. The blue one is Toucan, the pink is Toucan Fine, which, as its name would suggest, is a finer version of the yarn. The recommended hook or needle size here is in the realm of 5 millimeters, although I would actually go lower than that. I would probably go all the way down to a 4 possibly, or even smaller. And you can use this in multiple ways. You can make anything you would want to make in Toucan in this yarn, and it is simply going to shrink and come out a little bit smaller. But especially if you are making some amigurumi that have some finer details, such as maybe fingers or facial features, they can end up quite bulky with a yarn like this. And so it's really nice to have a thinner version there that you can use up. Cassidy's saying, I have Toucan at home to make a very hungry caterpillar. This is the very hungry caterpillar color. We did go through quite a journey a few weeks ago. I don't know if you were there for it, but we did go through quite a journey not that long ago because Matt had never heard of or seen of the very hungry caterpillar. Like, it just did not.
What was it in the usage gallery, right?
No, I don't think it was.
Oh, was it?
Or was it? No, I think someone had mentioned making it. Maybe it was the same conversation that we're having now.
I think we showed like a picture of it.
Could also be.
Yeah, but maybe not.
Or from a different yarn.
Yeah, true. Yeah, from Honey Bunny maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, we went through a whole sequence of discovery where Matt had never heard of the very hungry caterpillar, and I couldn't believe that he hadn't. And then it became a whole discussion because half of the chat were convinced, well, it's clearly an American thing, and then someone else said, I'm American, I've never heard of it. And then someone else said, well, it's super common in Germany, and then someone else said, well, I've never heard of it. We don't know why, but Matt knows the very hungry caterpillar now because I made him look through the entire story.
Yep.
I made him very aware of the very hungry caterpillar.
It's a great story. It rivals that of Lord of the Rings, some would say.
It's a classic hero's journey.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, very hungry caterpillar, Lord of the Rings, you know what they have in common?
What?
Do you know how many meals a day a hobbit eats?
Oh, right.
What are hobbits if not just very hungry, small people?
And potatoes, probably a lot of them.
Potatoes. Yeah. Also, you know, we've had one breakfast. What about second breakfast?
It's been a long time since I had a second breakfast.
Yeah, same.
Don't think I really have that actually, but
I don't think so.
What we do have,
very bad hobbit.
We have some user galleries.
We do have some user gallery photos in case you want to get some cute inspiration. So Elspeth made these adorable little froggies.
I saw it when I was scrolling before, and I was like, I hope you picked that one. And you did. Let's go. That's a great one.
There's also this, which is a dragon baby, and then another cute little fox. There we have, I think it was called Halloween doll, but I'm like, that's Wednesday Addams. Oh, someone's asking if the yarn breaks when pulled about Toucan. So again, in my opinion, in my experience, Toucan is the least breakable of our chenille yarns, but it is still a chenille yarn, so the inner thread is still very, very thin. So if you pull super hard, you can snap it easily. But it doesn't if you're just normally working it with it, even if you have high tension like me. So that's the toucan family. Toucan fine for things like finer details. Smaller recommended hook or needle size, you're looking closer to a 4 to 6, I would say here, where here you're looking at a 5 to 10. You get 196 yards on the toucan fine, as opposed to 130 on the toucan. And the color palettes are made to go together beautifully. So all three of the toucans, toucan, fine, and sprinkle, are all 40% off with code HAPPY40 or 50% off with code HAPPY50 if you're shopping for more than $150. Oh, Jax is doing a Sam Gamgee. Potatoes, boil them, mash them, stick them in the stew.
Oh, I could eat some like stewed potatoes right now. I mean, sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got into a big discussion last week with one of my friends, which that tells you a lot about what my friends and I talk about how lembas would taste, the elven bread.
Oh.
Because I had very specific, as a child, like ideas of what it would be like. And then she had as well, and it turns out we went completely different directions with it.
Where are you going?
Well, she thought it would be soft, and I thought it would be like really, really crispy. But it like very specific, like a specific type of cornbread cracker that we have in Germany. I was convinced it was like that. I would also pretend, I would literally pretend like to go on adventures and eat it and be like, eating my lembas bread.
I would think personally that the elven bread would be more like a naan type, like soft bread.
See, so you agree with her.
Yeah.
Oh well. Shall we put something in our gift basket?
Let's do it. Like what?
I mean, I feel like we've got toucan fine, we've got toucan sprinkle.
Yeah.
I feel like I've now talked so much about how much I love working with toucan.
You gotta put one of them in there, yeah?
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, can we put a green?
A green of the toucan?
Yes.
28?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many?
One? No, do two.
Two?
Two of the green.
Okay.
And then do one of the orange. This is color 10.
10, yeah. One of those.
One?
Yeah.
And then do one of the red.
The red.
Yeah, number 15. Because I think that's as close as I can get to the colors for the Very Hungry Caterpillar. So those are going in the basket. So whoever gets this basket, I hope you enjoy the Very Hungry Caterpillar.
4 of those in total.
So 4 toucan in total. Go into the basket!
Woohoo!
And we have some more yarns coming up, but before that we have another giveaway. This time we are giving away another golden ticket for all of you who would like to grab something from the website. The golden ticket is a one-time code for 15% off that you can use on anything on the website. So that is items that are already on sale. It does stack on top of bulk discounts. As our checkout only allows one code at a time, it can't be combined with something like Happy40, Happy50, but with anything you find on the website, you can grab yourself that. Deborah is saying, I think lembas would have shortbread texture. That is also a really interesting one. Love shortbread. So type hashtag giveaway in the chat now for your chance to win a golden ticket to the Hobbii Yarn Factory, where you will be turned into a giant skein of yarn and someone else will be... What else happened in the chocolate factory? Someone drowns in a river.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen any?
Nope.
Because there's like multiple Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
Nope. I'm sorry. Yeah.
More people agreeing with the shortbread texture on the lembas. Interesting. I'm giving up on you, Matt.
I'm sorry, yeah.
To be fair, like there is also so much classic stuff that I don't know, but I'm in the host spot, so I can just bring up stuff that I know.
I haven't seen The Wizard of Oz either. Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have many times.
Yeah, okay.
Also went to see Wicked last year. Going to see Wicked again this year.
Oh.
Like in the movie.
Theater.
In the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never watched it in the musical in the theater.
But that's also a good experience, or maybe?
I think so. I think it's probably a really amazing musical to watch. I've actually not seen a whole lot of musicals.
Yeah.
But we are going to find a winner for a golden ticket. That gives you 15% off on the website. Who's it gonna be? Who's gonna win the It's Jenny Nielsen. Jenny, congratulations! You are our 6th winner of the day. You can look forward to getting your golden ticket if you send us an email to live@hobbii.com. Dear Jenny Nielsen, send us an email. We need to adapt a tradition where you tie someone to a pole and force them to watch movies.
That might have to happen. I mean, I have to get
You have watched Howl's Moving Castle
yes,
now because
yes.
I talked to you so much about it.
It was good. It was very good.
Right?
Yeah. And I have seen most of the Princess Bride in little short form clips.
That does not count. Do you have any idea what the plot of the Princess Bride is based on the clips
He's
you've
basically
seen?
hunting down a little group of 3 men who has taken her, and then they actually become friends at the end, and then they save her from the big bad guy. At the
That
end.
is actually not a terrible summary.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've only seen clips.
But there's a whole lot of amazing jokes there.
Right. Yeah, it's a great...
Yeah.
The dialogue is amazing.
It features, rodents of unusual size, which I blame partially for my fear of rats.
Oh.
Fun fact about me, terrified of rats. Terrified of all rodents, including like mice. Also terrified of guinea pigs and rabbits and hamsters. Anything that has teeth that are bigger than they need to be, terrified. Also hasn't seen When Harry Met Sally. I don't think he has.
Nope. Yeah, sorry.
We have a few more lovely yarns. This one is specifically for my lovely colleague Jaya, who is a big fan of this gorgeous yarn. It is alpaca silk. It is a 70% alpaca, 30% silk blend. It is a super fine yarn with a recommended hooker needle size of 3.5 to 4.5, and it is hand wash recommended. It is luxurious, it is soft, it is gorgeous, and you can make the following beautiful sweater out of it.
Ooh.
This is the Clara sweater, which comes in 4 different versions. You have the Clara sweater, which is this option. You also have a Clara baby sweater, a Clara junior, and a Clara men's sweater. So there's a total of 4 different Clara sweaters, and here they are modeled by this gorgeous family. Don't know who they are, but very beautiful. And all of these sweaters can be made in alpaca silk. Carrie saying, Princess Bride and Robin Hood Men in Tights are my go-to movies. You and I should have a movie night because I love both of those movies. I am a very big fan. Have you watched Men in Tights?
Nope, I have never heard of it actually. I saw the Batman yesterday.
The one with Robert Pattinson?
Yeah, again.
When you saw it, I saw the Batman yesterday. You know what my first thought was? As in, like, yeah, I saw him around Copenhagen. Like, he was just out and about.
I mean, that could also
Batmaning.
Yeah, sure.
So alpaca silk is just stunningly gorgeous yarn. It is hand wash recommended due to being an alpaca silk blend. It is very luxurious, feels amazing on the skin, and is just an absolute massive recommendation. Comes in a color palette that has everything you want from like a Scandi neutral to a few pops of bright color. Ryan is saying Men in Tights is amazing, watch it now.
Right now? During the stream?
One of these days, as a like surprise, I'm gonna do the intro, and then it's just gonna fade, and we're just gonna show a movie. We're just gonna show Men in Tights.
Just immediately delete the live stream so nobody knows we took it.
Alpaca silk is a fingering or sock weight, because I just saw the question about it, and it is just an absolute delight. Similarly, the next 2 yarns also include silk, and they're also a delight. We have our Friends Cotton Silk, and we have our beautiful Friends Kit Silk. So more silk coming for all of you silk lovers. Both the Friends Cotton Silk and the Friends Kit Silk are part of our Friends collection, which means that the colors are... Don't know where I got that. Yeah, that laugh from. That came from deep within me.
Yeah. Am I giving the creeps by not knowing these movies?
I mean, Are you an alien and it is your first day on Earth?
Maybe. Yeah, it could be. I feel like it right now.
You know what that makes me think of?
I mean, Men in Black?
No, I was thinking of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which I'm pretty sure you also have not seen or read.
No. Yeah, no.
Because there's a whole thing about Fort Prefect, who is an alien that came to Earth.
Ah.
And he picked the name Fort Prefect because he saw a lot of Ford cars driving around, and he was like, yeah, that's a great name, that's going to blend in.
Normal name, yeah. No, also the series Resident Alien, which is also an alien that tries to be a doctor, and he's like learning.
Is that a relatively new one?
Yeah, quite new.
Yeah. I've seen clips of it.
Yeah.
I was like, briefly, does that sounds familiar. Is it, what's his name? Alan Tudyk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very, familiar.
You watched Firefly?
No.
We're so off track. We are so off track.
What a friend's
because I keep digging, and it's just...
There's nothing. There's nothing.
Now people are just saying, 42, bring a towel. Yes. In the beginning, the world was created.
Maybe. Maybe it was.
This has been by many considered a step in the wrong direction.
I don't even know if you're just saying references now. Are you?
It was a very bad reference because it's. I think I remember it in German, but I don't remember it exactly in English. Okay. Friends Cotton Silk. Guys, I'm just going to hold up the yarn and, tell you,
wow,
buy it. It's great. It's a 77 cotton, 23% silk blend. It is a light or light worsted yarn. You want to use a 4 to 5 millimeter hook or needle. Works up amazing for things like a cute little scarf. I have made quite a few of these out of this yarn. It can be machine washed. I never machine wash it. I hand wash it because I'm scared. And it is just absolutely amazing. I think Matt has watched Friends.
Multiple times, too many times, and it kind of they took away my watch time from other things, maybe. Yeah.
Choices.
You're getting an F.
People are just talking about all these nerd things, and I'm just like, oh, I can't even ask Matt about half of these.
Focus. Okay, Kimberly's saying focus.
You get 130 yards of Friends Cotton Silk. You don't want cotton? You want mohair? Friends Kit Silk, Kit Mohair, and Silk Blend. This is a lace weight yarn, super, super thin. It's 72% mohair, 25% silk, and 3% wool. It is 218 yards on one of these skeins. They are super, super lightweight, super flowy. You can use this single-stranded, you can use this double-stranded, you can bulk it up 3 strands, 4 strands. You can also absolutely use this in combination with other yarns, either as a extra thread if you want to just add that little bit of fluff to your project, or you can also combine it in a project with this. And of course, I do have a perfect example to show you exactly what it is. It is this. The baby doll dress, which is a crochet pattern that I've shown many times. It's an intermediate level pattern available in sizes small to 2XL, and it uses our Friends Cotton Silk for the bodice, and then it uses the Friends Kit Silk for the sleeves and the skirt, giving them that super airy, lightweight, flowy quality. You can see how beautifully the colors work together here. And also that there is a slight difference in color between the bodice and the sleeves, because while our Friends palette does strive to have the same color number associated with the same color, depending on slight differences in material, you will still see a little bit of a difference. So this is a gorgeous combination, but of course you can use these yarns by themselves. If you want to use our Friends Cotton Silk, we have this gorgeous pattern for you. It's the Opal cardigan, and I actually have it right here, so I can pull it on real quick. And I literally, now I am the alien whose first day on Earth it is, because I literally almost put that on the wrong way around.
Hold up, we need you to do the same pose here.
Oi.
Nice.
There we go. This is, I believe, a size XL or 2XL, so this is one of the largest sizes that we have this pattern in, but it is a very, very gorgeous pattern, and I'll just quickly show you a close-up of the stitches to give you an idea of what the yarn looks like when worked up. This is an intermediate level knit pattern, and it is called the opal cardigan, so like the gemstone. And finally, if you want to use kit silk on its own, you can do that as well. One gorgeous example is the Suki slipover, which is a problem that I have been working on for quite a long time. I am very close to finish. Jay and I will eventually come together for a little live session where we finish this project together. It's been quite a while. It has now also been just on break for a bit because I need Jay's help with some stuff, and we figured we would do that live. So we are trying to schedule that. It will happen eventually, but the Suki slipover, a gorgeous project that you can knit just using our Friends Kit Silk. Someone asked if the Friends Kit Silk is itchy, and to that I will say mohair is one of those materials that can be irritating on sensitive skin just because it is a lot of fibers and therefore a lot of friction. Out of our mohair yarns, this is one of the soft, super soft ones that we have. But I do know that if you're very sensitive, these kinds of yarns can be a bit tricky. In those cases, I would always recommend turning them into something that doesn't sit straight on your skin and instead has a little bit of a layer in between, because I know that mohair can be irritating to some. So that is our Friends Kit Silk. And now that was our little bundle of silk yarns, which you can all get at 40% off with our code HAPPY40 or 50% off with our code HAPPY50 if your order total surpasses $150. We are now going to have another golden ticket giveaway, so we are now looking for another lucky winner to walk away with a 15% off code for the whole website, and all you need to do is type in once more our secret code word, which is #giveaway.
So secret.
#giveaway in the chat for your chance to win a golden ticket. We have one more golden ticket coming up after the next few yarns, and then we have our yarn basket giveaway at the end.
Yeah,
and I do think that we should add some more yarn to our yarn basket.
Like what?
And I would say, let's do some Friends Kit Silk. Let's do some Friends Kit Silk. Let's do 2 of those. And I feel like we've now got Very Hungry Caterpillar. We've had pretty much most colors at least represented once. How about we go for something kind of neutral, like a gray?
Like a gray. Okay, so up here maybe.
I would say maybe let's do color 6 and do 2 of those.
Okay, 2 of those.
I actually think I might have color 6 here. This is the color that we're going, and we're going 2 of those because it's neutral enough that if you want to use it with something else, it's just going to give it a little bit of a melange look.
Yeah.
But if you want to use it by itself, it's also really, really cute and still goes with most everything. So 2 skeins of our kit silk go into our basket, and then I would say let's do 2 skeins of our cotton silk as well, and let's also do a kind of neutral color. Can we go further? Yeah, let's do 117.
Okay.
So similar vibe. We're going kind of neutral for 1 skein. And
1 skein? Yeah.
Yes. And then what do you think of going kind of blue with like an 83?
An 83, okay. A little bit of like a sky blue.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite colors. I also have made a scarf in that exact color. And 1 skein is exactly what I needed. So there we go. Those are now in the basket. And we're going to find our winner for our next golden ticket right this second. And it is going to be... Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
How long is the golden ticket valid for?
It's usually valid for 30 days. That's the kind of standard limit for our codes. And we have found our winner, and it is Ali Oko. Congratulations, Ali. You may get your ticket if you send us an email to live@hobbii.com, and please include where it is that you are shopping from. We have 6 more yarns that I'm going to try and speed through a little bit because I am seriously burning out and need to kind of wrap this up. So we have now a couple of gradient yarns coming up, or color changing yarns. We have in this little bundle 3 different vibes, 3 different types, but they all have a gorgeous, gorgeous color change. We have Sunbird, we have Fruta, and we have Universe XL. Universe XL is a acrylic yarn with a polyester thread. You get a gorgeous, gentle color change, and then you get a little polyester thread wrapped around it, keeping it together and giving it a lot of sparkle. All of these yarns are named for our universe. Celestial bodies.
Yeah.
For things that Matt doesn't understand because he did not read or watch The Hitchhiker's Guide. We have...
You know what I fell asleep to last night? A 2-hour podcast about like the beginning of the universe. and then I dreamt a little bit about it. It was very strange.
You were there.
I was there.
That's amazing. I could not fall asleep to that because I'd be too invested. I'd be trying to pay attention.
Makes sense.
We have 240 yards on one of these skeins. You can machine wash this at low to medium temperature, and we recommend that you use anywhere from a 5 to 6 millimeter hook or needle. So this is Universe XL, which comes in all of these gorgeous colors. And the color change on Universe XL is very soft, and it kind of flows from one color to the next. The next yarn I'm going to show you is somewhat more printy and a little bit more kind of one color, next color, next color, but still fairly short color changes and very random. And this is Fruta. Fruta is made from 100% super beautiful soft cotton. It is a Pima cotton and so soft. Whilst this is a medium weight yarn, so a worsted weight yarn, it still gets a really nice and soft texture when worked up. So it's kind of amazing for someone like me who likes working with a bigger hook or needle size. This is a recommended hook size or needle size 4 to 5 millimeter, but still want something to be really, really soft and not too structured and not too tight. So Fruta, amazing for that. You get 230 yards on one of these skeins, and the colors are all a little bit sort of gentler and a little bit more just friendly and summery and happy. Overall, I would say that is how I would describe the...
Extend your summer with Fruta.
Oh, that's a good tagline, Matt. Extend your summer with Fruta by Hobbii. And the pink and blue universe I was holding is color 20. I just saw someone ask. And yeah, Fruta is incredible for clothing, for accessories, for a nice little shawl, and very, very fun to work with. Big, big recommendation. Finally, we have Sunbird, which used to be known as Butterfly. It is a 100% acrylic yarn. It's a premium acrylic, and it has a very, very smooth, very soft surface. It is absolutely beautiful, can get tangled so incredibly fast. If you are working out of the skein, be very careful. I highly, highly recommend. Sunbird is one of the yarns where I just, like, you can see this skein, you know, already kind of losing its structure a little bit, and that's just because the yarn is so soft, it just glides even on itself, and then it gets tangled easily, and then once it is tangled, it is very hard to untangle. So highly recommend maybe, you know, winding this into a cake for ease of working with it. You get 546 yards of beautiful softness on this, and here you have one fixed color change. So you have each color once, and they change the same way on every single skein that you're going to get, with minor variations, of course. But overall, you get each color once per skein, and where Sultan in the beginning has a gradient that flows into each other, here you just have one color, next color, next color, for very nice blocky stripes. It is machine washable at medium temperature. It is a premium acrylic, so it should not pill, and you can use a 4 to 5 millimeter hook or needle. One of these, so 546 yards, gets you a nice kind of kerchief or smaller shawl. 2 of these gets you a big, beautiful shawl. Easily, you can use this to make gorgeous hexagon cardigans, for instance, or other cardigans. You can use this for sweaters, blouses, tops. You can use this for baby blankets. It is a soft and incredible yarn. Donna in the chat is saying Sunbird is the softest yarn I have ever used. Are there other yarns you would recommend winding? So Sunbird is number 1 because I have ruined a Sunbird, and I've ruined a unicorn solid because unicorn comes in hanks. So You have to wind it. There's no way around it. This one comes in a skein, but I would still recommend winding it. Those are the only ones that where I've really felt like it had to be done. I have wound quite a few other yarns as well. A lot of times it's because I worked multi-stranded, so I've combined, for instance, Friends Kit Silk and Friends Extra Fine Merino. And if I wanted to do that for like a larger project, I would just take both of them and wind them into a cake together. So I already had my yarn essentially pre-made. Wouldn't necessarily recommend that actually, because I think it caused a bit of a mess, and it also means I can never separate those two again if I change my mind. But yeah, Sunbird, #1 yarn I would recommend winding up. In order to give you some ideas on what you can make with these, I actually put a lot of beautiful projects together here made from these yarns. And Jax just said, don't breathe too hard around Sunbird or it's going to tangle. That is exactly how I feel as well. But here you can see also how the different types of gradients work up, right? So you're going to see Universe XL, very soft color changes. You're going to see Fruta in a minute, which has a lot more abrupt changes, but with shorter colors. And then you have Sunbird with the very, very long, blocky color changes. So to give you an idea of what the different colors look like, or the different color changes as well, here are some gorgeous projects made by you out there. I just take these from the user gallery to give you some idea and some inspiration. There's many more gorgeous projects out there. Jessica saying, Universe XL, how is it to use for sweaters? It is definitely a yarn that you can use for a nice sweater to get that nice stripy look. So those are just some ideas on what you can make with these beautiful, beautiful yarns. And I apologize for only doing them so short. They deserve more time. It's just that we're slowly running out of time. So I had to kind of go through them a little bit faster. We will now have another giveaway for a golden ticket. And this is actually the final golden ticket of the night. So one more time, you can now win a golden ticket, which is a 15% off coupon valid on the entire website. And you can get that by typing #giveaway in the chat now to participate.
And then we have one last giveaway.
And then we have one last giveaway,
yeah,
which is our big basket.
Ooh.
And I do think that our big basket deserves some more yarn love.
Okay.
And I think what I want to do is I want to put 2 Fruta in there.
Okay.
And
we are extending the summer.
We are extending the summer,
yeah.
though. That's kind of why. I was like, yeah, perfect. Yeah. Matt, that was such a good tagline. Matt, how about you choose a color?
Oh, okay. This is difficult. I really like this one. Like this reminds me of a good like berries, sorbet, cream.
Yeah, that is very much true. That's very Danish summer. So 2 of those go in. 2 of the, it's called Rose Garden Fruta, go into our gorgeous yarn basket that you can win in few minutes time, because we only have 3 more yarns before the end.
They really want to hear the giveaway song.
Do we have the giveaway song? We are on a new computer, so
for the basket.
We're on a we will. If you can find it, we will. We're on a new computer, so we don't have all of the techie bits that we used to have. But Matt is going to find it.
I might have it. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
There's even more. I wanna know what the others are.
You wanna hear the others?
we need to one day do a show where we just play all of the old jingles that Jaya made.
Yeah.
Jillian is very sure that she is going to win the big basket. Jillian, fingers are crossed for all of you. But we do have 3 more yarns that I'm going to tell you a little bit about before we get to the big yarn basket giveaway. Now we're going to find our final winner for a golden ticket that gives you 15% off on the website, and it's Dora Liam. Congratulations, Dora. Congratulations. Dear Dora, please send us an email to live@hobbii.com to get your gift card, voucher, coupon.
And before we talked about how is it fair if you join in and you have one already, but this is the big basket coming up.
For the big basket,
everybody should be able to.
Yeah, it's free for all.
Yeah.
I mean, not literally, because only one person can win, but you know. But you can all try. No, yeah, definitely. We have 3 final yarns to get through, as if it's a chore, but that I want to talk about. We've got Portobello, we've got Manaya, and we've got our final yarn of the night, which is Cascata. All 3 of them absolutely gorgeous. All 3 of them, I think, kind of wool blends. That's why I grouped them together. Let's get started with our beautiful Manaya first. Manaya is a blend of 65% wool and 35% acrylic, because otherwise we'd have more than 100%. It is this gorgeous, gorgeous gradient yarn. You get 555 yards on one Manaya. It is a medium weight. That is a light worsted weight, I would say. Recommended, or it could be worsted weight. Hang on. It is a worsted weight yarn. Recommended hook or needle size is a 5 to 6 millimeter, and we recommend that you hand wash this yarn. The colors of Manaya are somewhere from bright to autumnal to shades of blue. One thing, I went for the close-up cam again. One thing that makes this a very, very harmonious gradient is that you can kind of see that you have one base color that kind of threads through the entire. So in this case, it's this very nice blue. Here you have this kind of plum color that goes through all the way. And on this one, you have the light yellow that kind of pops up everywhere you go. So the color changes are very, very softened and just give you a very, very gorgeous stripy gradient. It is on the woolier side, so if you are sensitive to these kinds of yarns, this is maybe then an outer layer project yarn for you, and it is absolutely... Emma is saying, if we have Happy 50 UK, you can just use Happy 50 in the UK. You no longer have to use Happy 50 UK. Happy 50 applies for the UK, starting at £125. So Happy 50 just apply on orders over £125. So it doesn't have to be Happy 50 UK anymore, because we switched to the back end of our website, and so we can now make codes, well, we have to make codes specific to the market that you're shopping in, or specifically to the currency that you're shopping in. So Happy 50 works for the UK, starting at £125. Jax is saying if anyone wins the basket and is allergic to the wool yarns, that I'm willing to be accepting the offending yarns. I don't think anyone could be offended by Manaya, frankly. It is just very, very gorgeous. Matt already showed you the color palette that this yarn comes in, and it's great for cozy sweaters or shawls or scarves come fall. We now have Portobello, which is another, I would say, kind of fall-esque yarn. It at least makes me think of fall. This is a 60% cotton, 28% acrylic, and 12% wool blend. And it has a kind of similar structure to some of the tube yarns I showed earlier. So again, here you have a cotton tube, and then you have fibers blown into it. The cotton tube is, similarly to Pearly Haze, always white. So you will always have that shining through a little bit on the lighter colors. You see it blends in a little bit more, and on the darker colors you see there's a little bit more of a... What code applies to Ireland? I saw Sarah ask. Happy 40 and Happy 50 applies to all markets. Happy 40 applies regardless of how much is in your cart, only applies on our selection though. And Happy 50 applies on everything in our selection if your order total surpasses $150 or euros or £125 or 1,500 Swedish kroner or whatever $150 is roughly in your country's local currency. So Happy 40 and Happy 50 apply for all to make it very easy for you. Portobello has 130 yards on one skein. It is a medium weight with a recommended hook or needle size of 4 to 5 millimeters, and we recommend that you hand wash this yarn. It works up great for things like clothing. You can make sweaters or jackets out of this. However, due to the cotton content, you can also work it up a little bit tighter and a little bit more structured to make things like bags or purses or even backpacks. So a very lovely, versatile yarn, and with a slightly autumnal, I would say, color palette overall. A lot of these just, yeah, kind of beautiful colors. I don't know where I was going with that sentence other than saying that they're gorgeous. And it is very, very fun to work with. It is comparative to Pearly Haze, a little less soft. It has more of a woolly, cottony surface. So if you're looking for something super soft, I would say look more towards Pearly Haze or Divina. If you're looking for something a little more structured, a little more woolly feeling, then I would say check out Portobello. And finally, the last one on the list today is Cascata, which is also a tube that has fibers blown into it. This time around, it's a cotton acrylic blend, and you've got a soft color change. So you get these beautiful soft stripes. This is 437 yards per skein with a recommended hook or needle size of 5 to 6 millimeters. And this one you can put in the delicate wash cycle. I would still hand wash it because I'm terrified. Although I did recently, I just now was like, oh, it says like use the hand wash cycle. And I was like, I recently threw Portobello in the washing machine, but I put it in a laundry bag, so I think it was fine. But this is a, I would also say softer yarn definitely than Portobello. So this is also a very lovely soft version. And in Cascata, you once again get the tube that is always this kind of creamy color. So you have the colors kind of a little bit variegated with the white, or a little bit more melange with the white. So this is Cascata. And for all three of these, I did pick out some gorgeous projects from the user gallery to show you what they look like when used up. So we're going to take a look at those in a second. So first off, Morven actually made this gorgeous little dragon out of Manaya, and I thought I would put that in there because, again, Manaya is not the necessarily first yarn that people would think to make kind of plushies or toys out of, but as you can see, absolutely possible. Right. Natalia made this super cute sweater out of Cascata, and I really, really, really like it. The colors are so cool. The colors are really cool. It's this Cascata that was used for that, I'm pretty sure. And then Emma made this medieval shirt. Saw that, and I just thought, I wish I had that shirt.
That's cool.
And Portobello, Elena made this gorgeous fall scarf. I thought the colors were just very, very appropriate for fall. And then Linda made a bag out of Cascata, which I thought was also very beautiful. And then Cheryl made a dice bag that I just thought looked so cool out of Portobello.
Do you say dice or die? Like what is correct?
That is a very good question. I say dice.
Maybe it's different dialects.
Yeah. I've heard both. Like the die is cast, but I would say dice.
Yeah, dice makes more sense to me as well.
Like we're playing some TTRPGs. Bring your dice.
Yeah, that sounds good. I
would bring my dice. I would.
And you will.
One day we're gonna do a complete off the trip where we go on all these tangents, but I actually bring stuff. I'm like, I'll show you my dice collection. Dice is plural, says Erica. That is very good to know. I would have used it singular as well. Dice is multiple and die is one. The more you know.
The more you know.
Amazing. So we are now at the very, very end of our stream.
Oh.
This one.
Oh, this. Yeah.
And I think it is only fair to maybe add one final yarn to the basket.
Which one?
I would say, because the dice bag was made in Portobello.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
Let's do some Portobello. Let's maybe do 2 Portobellos.
Okay.
How about we do the bright orange, because that's kind of Halloweeny and fall-y.
I like it.
So we do one of those.
One of those.
And then go for the full contrast and put the bright green. Yeah! Those are the dice bag colors.
Yeah!
I'm excited about that. I'm not even going to win the basket, but I'm just like, yeah, that's going to look so cool. So 2 beautiful little Portobellos go into our final big yarn basket, which features a little selection of the yarns that we had on the show today. So it features some of our new yarns, some of the Stevie Doodle and Boucle. It features some oldies but goldies. We've got some Fruta in there. We've got some Toucan. We've got some Friends Kit Silk and Cotton Silk. We've got some Portobello. So loads of amazing yarns and goodies. And do remember on our entire selection that you can should get a link to in your inbox if you haven't already, but you can also find it linked in the chat and in the video description and in the event description. You get 40% off with our code HAPPY40, or if you're placing an order of $150 or equivalent in your currency or more, you can use code HAPPY50 for 50% off. This yarn basket is now going to one lucky winner, and we're going to find that winner from the chat. And I'm going to ask you to put our final secret code word of the night in the chat now for a chance to win, and it is #HobbieYarn. #HobbieYarn spelled the way that is written above me for...
Oi, you're doing it?
There we go.
Nice.
Amazing. So, this is now your chance to win this amazing yarn basket put together lovingly by me, and frankly, I would love to take this basket home. So,
and of course, everybody, we do this once a month.
We do this once a month. We do have some more live streams coming up. This week on Thursday, we'll have a quiz with Matt. I know there's no event on Facebook yet, but the event will be made very, very soon.
It'll be there.
And we have a few more live shoppings in the upcoming weeks where we will also do more fun giveaways, share more amazing makes and projects, chat to you, find some beautiful inspiration, probably make fun of Matt for not knowing pop culture. And, you know, that's just how it goes. But thank you so much to all of you for being here with us today, for participating. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found some yarns that you're excited to maybe grab. Do remember the discounts are only valid until tomorrow evening, our time. So whatever time it is right now for you, roughly there tomorrow is when these discounts expire. So grab them while you can, and thank you so much for joining us. Who's going to be the final winner of the night? Let's see who it is. And let's find a lucky winner that these beautiful, beautiful yarns are going to go to. Let's see.
Tension. Do you feel it?
I feel only excitement. I only feel excitement. #HobbieYarn. Ooh, and Sharon is saying it was her first live shopping and she loved it. Oh, that's amazing. I'm so glad you joined, and I hope you will join us in the future. We have found our winner, and it is Federica de Dominicus. Congratulations, Federica. You can look forward to receiving a gorgeous yarn basket filled with all of these beautiful goodies that we put together for you. Do send us an email to live@hobbii.com, and please, Federica, include your address, your phone number, everything we might need to send you the basket. That way we can make sure we send it to you as fast as possible. So congrats to all of you, to all of our winners. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed today's selection. I hope you enjoyed today's show. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope to see you very, very soon for another episode. Until then, take care and goodbye.
Hey.